PIAA is cutting this one weight class for the upcoming season and beyond. In this video, I'm going to tell you what that is, as well as what the new official high school weights are in Pennsylvania. So let's stop stalling and start talking wrestling. What's going on, wrestling fans? My name is Josiah, and welcome to Fanco Wrestling. And we're going to dive right into the topic today, which is talking about the high school wrestling news that the PIAA is officially changing its weight classes from 14 weights down to 13 weights. So this decision comes after the PIAA committee kind of got together and realized that there were just too many forfeits, and that's really where a lot of this is coming from. There were too many forfeits in wrestling, and to cut down, to eliminate, to reduce those amount of forfeits, they had to do something about these weights. Now, there originally, there were rumors going on galore with these weight changes, what exactly was going to happen. Originally, there were planned to be 2 drops. At one point, 106 was rumored to be dropped, or maybe it was going to go up to 110, and actually none of that is really the case, but there is one weight that is being cut, and I'm going to show you this chart of the new official weights right here, and these are the new official weights. So actually 106 all the way up to 160 is staying the same, and heavyweight is also staying the exact same. No changes there at all, which is good news for those weights. But as you move from 170 up to 220, that's where you see some significant changes. And the biggest thing is 195 is essentially being cut. It's being slashed out. And 70 is moving up just a couple pounds. 182 and 195, they're essentially being combined into one weight class. And then you see 220 being dropped down to 215 pounds. So that's what exactly happened there. Why, I told you because of the forfeits, but I'll also get into who this affects, as well as what my personal opinions are as far as these weight classes. Look, first of all, it's great that 106 is not being cut, but as we're looking at these weights, it's always unfortunate that when you do get a weight class cut, but if it goes to help out the future of the sport to reduce these forfeits, that's a good thing in my opinion. This is going to affect the larger schools, the larger programs, really more than anything else. It's not really going to affect these small schools as much. It's actually going to help them in some regard. As far as small schools, now that you don't have to give up that forfeit every single duel if they're missing one of those weights. If they're able to condense their roster now, they're not going to be giving up those forfeits. But if we look at a larger school with a larger roster, or really even a smaller school with a larger roster, just larger roster teams who have a lot of guys from that 170 to 220 area, you're going to see a lot of guys competing for that spot. And that's really exactly what you saw back in 2009, 2010, whenever the weight classes were again changed up, and actually one of the weight classes was cut out in the lower weights. And I think, you're going to see a similar thing happening here. Now, it's going to affect recruiting in some regard, in the fact that, yes, these are more heavily recruited weights than like a 106 to 113. But I think that really it's a good thing. And I think that these weight classes will help the future of wrestling in Pennsylvania and help become more exciting duels. Now, what do I think about this? I actually never really thought that 195 was that exciting of a weight. I think there is a little bit of a lack in competition. Not always is the case, but it was kind of an unfortunate thing that happened back in 2009, 2010, whenever I was first entering high school, and one of the weight classes that I was looking at competing in, when we had so many light guys in the weight, it was just cut out completely. And because of that, and I see 195 being added in, yeah, I am a little bit upset that, that weight class was added and one of my weight classes was cut out. So yeah, I do have a little bit of that, but I do think that this is actually a good thing to combine these weight classes. Now, you may completely disagree with me and think that I'm crazy for saying that, and please let me know down below in the comments, and let me know what you think about these new Pennsylvania weight classes taking effect this season. If you're looking for another video, especially regarding PIAA weights and the history of them, you can check out this one right here.